Hello, my name is Posten with the Johns Hopkins Mechanical Engineering Mechanics-Based Design Lab of Spring 2021, and this is my gearbox design project. The main body of the gearbox is just made from the box we actually received it in, simple cardboard, taped onto the table right here for stability. The main shaft is held up by the bushings and washers that were given to us in the kit, as well as a few pieces of wood stacked on top of each other to hold that up. And the top is just fastened with glue and zip ties, actually, to a piece of plywood underneath that's held up by the sides of the cardboard. The shaft is assembled by press fitting a pencil into a 3/8 inch socket head, then also pressing a dowel into that socket head, giving us 2 press fits, and then a 3rd press fit into the actual worm gear itself. Those press fits hold together well enough so that the shaft can be rotated and the output comes out. Thank you for watching my gearbox design project. There we go. When comparing this gearbox to one of professional quality, obviously there are several places where this lacks, but we'll start with positives first, actually. This bottom base holds the output shaft together quite well. The bottom and top bases are actually both made of wood, so those will stay. In terms of the negatives, because that's about it for the positives. Negatives are, the whole thing is built of cardboard and duct tape, aside from the top and bottom, so it's really, really unstable. This input shaft is misaligned, so obviously the angle's a little off, so that's going to give us some issues with the gear meshing back there. If the output shaft is rotated the incorrect way, the gear's completely misaligned back there because there's nothing to hold the shaft in place. And then if it's rotated the correct way and the output is blocked, the super light press fit that's holding those two pieces together breaks. So that's another issue that will have to be addressed. Aside from that, there's not much. Let's improve it. So here is the new and very much improved version of the gearbox. What has remained the same? The top and bottom mounting plates and the pretty much duct tape construction, because I don't have any other fasteners. Everything's mounted into a piece of 1/2 inch insulation foam now. So it's a much stable base and you can see a better picture on the inside. The bottom of the input shaft is a socket wrench, press fit into a dowel, and that dowel is then press fit into the worm, which is a very, very nice base of rotation, aside from a little play in this top support member here. This is just rotating input shaft, and see we have a pretty smooth output, honestly. And if we block the output and then try to rotate, we can see this top member bending, and there's no gear misalignment, which is actually pretty nice. If I were to make improvements from here, I would probably put bearings in here. Obviously, I would get rid of the socket wrench and make that an actual bearing, and probably put a bearing here as well as definitely make this top member more stable. That's just a limitation of the fasteners and the materials I have right now. But all in all, this gearbox is much improved, much more stable. I can actually grab the output shaft and it still works. I'm very pleased.